The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the terrific Thursday, the December 26th edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I am absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to send me an email. Send it out to Steve at TFNN.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we begin our day, the day after Christmas. Hope everybody out there had a great holiday celebration. We begin our day with a mixed bag out there. The mix goes like this. You've got the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ trading lower. Dow's off 35, S&P 5, NASDAQ 125. The Russell's up 7. Semis are up 15. The traders are up 48. Gold's trading up $15 at $26.51. Silver's up 12 cents at $30.14. Light sweet crude is flat. Natural gas is down 19 cents, printed out at $3.31. 30-year Treasury is down 9 ticks right now, printed out $113.19. Our leaders in the clubhouse to the upside, led by Toyota Motor, up $15. I believe that's merger talks out there. Ulta Beauty is up $7.5. Quantum Corp is up 7. That's a 15% move. FedEx $6 to the upside, 2 3/10. And Dick's Sporting Goods up $6. That's nearly a 3% move. Our shakers to the downside, led by Netflix, off $14. MicroStrategy down 11. ServiceNow down about 9. Bank of Montreal's off 7. Coinbase is off about 5. So we got movers and we've got shakers. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. Let's begin by taking a look at that New York Stock Exchange, that advanced decline oscillator, which we know was in that oversold condition as markets were moving lower last week. Here we go. That took us down into the level of minus 287. Folks, all you have to do is get down to the minus 150 level and you start to get into that oversold reading. We got down to the extreme oversold reading and we shot the heck out of there. Now, right now at this stage of the game, the advanced decline oscillator, that's the difference between the 39 and 19 period exponential moving average of the advanced decline line, that is still below its zero threshold level. That's the next area to be watching if the markets are going to move higher. And when I say move higher, I'm referring to actually potentially even making new all-time highs out there. And that is a real possibility. If we take a look at other instances when we've gotten down into this extreme area out there, what the market has done is actually moved and formed new all-time highs, even if just by a smidgen out there. So that still is a possibility. Why is that even a possibility? Well, just take a look at, now this is the S&P 500 that we'll take a look at. The last chart had in the top had the New York Stock Exchange. So I'll say the S&P 500 making that new all-time high has more potential than the New York Stock Exchange does. And if we take a look at this here, we got those nice two days in a row where we had spot VIX indexes, the spot VIX indice closed, had a one-day rate of change below minus 10% out there. Those are initiation moves to the upside. Here, if you take a look at when those have formed, when the majority, especially when they form at lows out there, a market that's pulling back, we have gone on to make new all-time highs out there. So that's a possibility, most certainly something to consider out there. And the let's say adding to that possibility would be that spot VIX index continuing to remain below that 50-day exponential moving average. Again, so that key level to be watching here right now today is at 1653 out there. Is there anything else on these charts that I need to take a look at? I think the answer to that question, well, you don't want to talk about now. Now, we'll also have to take into consideration, so we talk about it every now and then, the ability for market makers to be able to push prices higher on light volume. Well, all you have to really do to see that in action is look at the index ETFs on Wednesday. Look at the volume as price just simply careened higher out there. Volume, for example, on the SPYs was 33 million shares out there. The day before, even on a holiday, we were up at 57. Yes, we had shortened trading session hours out there, but still was able to push that price higher on that type of light volume. We've got light volume to a certain extent, I would say, through the rest of the year out here, right? Just a week from today, we're going to be the day after it's going to be January 2nd out there, ready for our new year. So nothing else that I can see on my black background charts at the moment for us to take a look at. And what I want to do is kind of go into the first question that came in. It really wasn't the first, but since I usually switch over, which, by the way, let me switch over to my white background charts, and we start taking a look at the ES Mini, the NQ, and so forth. Hector wrote in, Hector and Patty had written in, and we're asking about... Perfect. So now I know which chart to go to. We're asking the Russell 2000. By the idea, whether it's the Russell, whether it's the RTY, asking, what's it look like on a monthly basis? What's it look like on an annual basis? So what I put up here on my screen, the top row is the yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily time frame. We'll take a look at intraday charts for the Russell as well. We'll have to switch off of this screen to another screen, and then down below I've got the Russell 2000 equity future contract out here. So first question is, how does it look for the year? First, with regard to how it looks for the year out here, we'd be looking at the left-hand side. And as long as we close above last year's high, we're trading above it right now. I doubt that we're going to pull back that far. In the case of the cash indice, that'd be 2071.80. Things look pretty bullish. Now, what we haven't done is we haven't taken out the highs from back in 2021. And that's really the key resistance level there, Hector, as we take a look at the yearly chart. Oops, that wasn't the right button. This would be the right button. And the reason is because that was a TD9 count and a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Now, that led to a one-year decline. This is 2 years to the upside. We know that markets typically move. The rhythm of the market, the pulse of the markets, the cadence of the market is usually to work in time periods of 2 to 4 for the most part out here. Now we're at 2. In the Russell 2000, interest rates are going to go up. I don't care what is being told to us on television out here. Interest rates are going higher, and if interest rates go higher, well, then the Russell 2000 is probably not the place to be parked. But what you want to be watching most certainly for next year out there is, does price now? The market doesn't really care what Stevie thinks, but if price does close above this, the cash indice 2458.90, that would be a bullish outcome because we have taken out the highs from 2021, and that would also suggest that we're trading above the highs of this year. Whenever you trade above the highs of a prior year or the lows of a prior year, especially early on, that'll tell you about a bullish or bearish message. Not that things can't change during the year out there, but that would certainly be a leading indicator. If you take a look at both the Russell 2000 cash indice and its equity future contract, what you're going to notice is we had that nice rally right up into resistance, and resistance being where price had broken down from. Hector and Patty, that number on the monthly chart, 2458.90. That's a price level. So price is trading, has found resistance there and support at its oscillator and change line out here. So with regard to that, it's somewhat ambivalent. So that's what's going on with Russell 2000 from a longer term picture. We come back for this break. Steve will have the equity future contract from an intraday standpoint set up, and we'll begin taking a look at that. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we took that first segment. We were looking at the Russell 2000 more from a longer-term perspective, identifying key levels of resistance out there to be paying attention to as we go into 2025. Now we're going to shorten that time frame and just look at these intraday charts. We can start with the daily, by the way. And on the daily time frame, we had a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top at the highs out there. It had a TD9 count bottom pattern that was negated. No daily bottom pattern as of yet. What price is likely doing as we rally into the end of the year is going to go target, the daily time frame should go target its oscillator and change line or bottom of its daily profile. So right around 2344 would be the number. Confirming that right now would be the 5-hour time frame chart. And if we do close above 2284.50, and we close above it again at day's end, 2 o'clock will be the first signal. That would be a change in profile, bullish change in profile. That would add to the idea of a rally higher. That gets us back to 2344. Got that same kind of message inside of the and both would also form A to B equals CD pattern with a close to the upside, that is, with a close above 2292.60. So watch that same pattern set up on the 2-hour time frame chart. Now, there's likely to be a timeout. That timeout should begin in about a minute. Now, at 11:20. Why is that? If you look at the 10-minute time frame chart, this 10-minute bar is going to complete the TD9 count pattern. So whatever that high is there, and I would say Hector and Patty, you're likely trading this. You want to watch that dollar amount. So we'll try to come back, and as long as I think we'll be on the air and maybe on this set charts, maybe it's the set of charts, but whatever that high is, if we do start trading above it, well, then it negates that and says we continue to motor around to the upside. Now, the 15-minute time frame chart is in bar number 8 right now. That says at 11:30, you've got between 11:30 and 12 is when it would signal a short-term timeout. Now, in both those instances, what price should do is start to pull back towards the oscillator and change line. Now, because we're in bar number 8 as we speak right now, that could be the high of the TD9 count. So you've got a completed pattern on the Russell. You've got one that might complete, might complete by 12 noon. I'm sorry, at bar number 8 right now, 11:30, 11:45. No, 12 noon. 12 noon on the 15-minute time frame chart. So maybe we just call that timeout right to the T out there as the 11:20 hour was rung based on that 10-minute time frame. I think that's probably just a short-term pullback. Should that unfold, what you'd be looking for is price to pull back towards its oscillator and change line. That's right now at the 2282-ish level out there. So it's only the short-term time frames, 10 and 15, that have that signal of a potential short-term top out there. By the way, the high, if this high gets taken on the 10-minute basis, we now have that level. That's at 2294.20. As long as we're here, let's go take a look at the ES Mini as well, see what kind of signals it is generating for us. It's going to take just a moment here to populate. So I do hope everybody had a great holiday. What was wonderful down here. The forecast was kind of so-so with regard to rain and maybe temperature, but it turned out to be just a Chamber of Commerce set of days out there. Even today is beautiful as well. I see all kinds of people on the water as we speak. So you've got the equity markets here going from a sell-off earlier this morning, basically turning red right now. The S&P is off 3 points. Let's look at what this equity future contract is doing. Now, I've got different sets of profiles for the daily time frame. Bummer, but we use them both. I think they're both advantage and provide us with an advantage. Now, we're taking a look at the ES Mini, and the ES Mini has a bullish structured profile that formed when price was below it, and for more than two consecutive, those are two consecutive sessions. Here's the deal. If and I'll give you the deal. You can see price is right up at resistance on the ES Mini for its daily time frame. That's the center of its bullish structured profile, 6104, and the oscillator and change line is also printed at 6104. It's really printed at 6101. So it's a 6104 level that's going to be key if you're trading the ES Mini. Why? Because if price closes above that level in a bullish structured profile, typically what we see is price pushes its way back up to its high at 6163. In that first segment, we talked about the possibility of the S&P 500 getting back and making out new all-time highs out there. That's because of the two-day rates of change on the spot VIX index, which were below minus 10% out there in the past. That has led us to all-time highs. So being able to close above the center of this profile out there would go, at least that doesn't get us back to new all-time highs, because that profile top is at 6163. On the ES Mini, that all-time high is up at the level of 6178 out there. Let's see what the intraday charts are signaling to you and I. You've got a 240-minute and a 120-minute TD9 count top. So you've also got kind of a pit stop up here. And that pit stop says that if price is able to close above 6105 on a 4-hour time frame, on a 2-hour time frame, the number is also 6105. The bar that we're in right now, the 2-hour bar is going to close at 12 noon. The 4-hour bar is going to close at 2 p.m. out there. If price is able to close above that level as well, so we know we're sitting up at daily resistance. We've got the 4 and the 2-hour charts of resistance out there. You've even got a 60-minute TD9 count top out here. So we know that resistance, that's also at the 6105 level. So 6105 is really key. If that level fails, then the rally should continue. The cavalry should continue to move higher out there. But right now, we're up at resistance, and I don't have a short-term signal like we did inside the Russell 2000 for its 10 or its 15-minute time frame. Why don't we just kind of finish this off? Let's take a look at the NQs out here, see what they're doing. This will again take a moment here to populate. If you would like me to take a look at an instrument, either inside the Tiger's Den, send me a private or a public ping out there. And of course, by email, steve@tfnn.com. And please put radio show question in that subject heading. In the case of the NQ, the daily chart here is populated, and it's running right up into resistance. So resistance being the bottom of its profile. Now, if it's only a counter trend move for the NQ out there, price would fail between 22,108 and 22,222. If price were to close above 22,222, we get back to its all-time highs. If we look at the intraday charts out here, it is its 4-hour chart, its 2-hour chart that have the TD9 count tops. So that's the key level that you're watching to the upside, and that says that any close above 22,111.25 on a 4-hour basis, that again, the next 4-hour chart being 2 p.m. is going to tell us we're headed higher out there. It's the same price point on the NQ out there. Right now, it's just dealing with profile resistance. So I would say if on a 2-hour basis we start to see price move above 22,014, price will go target that TD9 count top out there. On the intraday time frame, a shorter intraday time frame, I should say. I don't have that same topping signal that we took a look at on the Russell 2000 here inside of the NQ. So hope that gives you a pretty decent view of what's going on in those three instruments. And let's continue that process out here. Let's go to the first request that came in early this morning. And happy Merry Christmas to you as well, Brent. Hope you had a great holiday. And that is a take a look at ASPN. Now, Brent is not in ASPN at the moment, but he's looking for a buy point. So if we look at the monthly time frame chart out here, and I'm using my multi-time frame set of charts out here, and the reason is because there's this potential for a bottom that's actually forming today. And so that's coming from the daily and the other intraday charts. The monthly chart is saying, well, I tell you what, Stevie, as long as we close the year, the end of the month of December, above the price point of $12.50 out there, then okay. $12.50 happens to be the bottom of its bullish structured monthly profile. If you close below it, well, then you've got a profile change in trend that could be signaling longer term that Aspen is getting ready to head lower. In the case of the weekly time frame chart, well, last week, it negated a TD9 count bottom pattern. So not exactly what we want to see, and that says price could be heading to 717. If there is a rally, though, where price should find resistance is at 1481, above that around 1655 or so. And that's the one that's going to really be important, the weekly oscillator and change line. On a daily time frame, you see there's a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal that was triggered about 4 days ago. Today, we may get a bullish engulfing candle, Brent, and if we get that, that confirms a buy the D point pattern. And that suggests we should at least rally to 1291, 1333. We'll finish this off in just a moment.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and technique to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. One or two adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and to reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We're talking about going out to Aspen, do a little skiing. Aspen Aerogels actually is the ticker symbol that we're taking a look at. This for Brent in Martinez, California. He's looking for a buy point. We're really getting to the daily time frame chart. Now, the daily time frame chart, right now we've got a bullish engulfing candle. That bullish engulfing candle, Brent, would confirm a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern out there. The TD9 count pattern is not a bottom because the low came in on bar number 7. And price is trading inside a profile that formed on looks like on Wednesday. And that profile's got support at 1185 and a resistance zone between 1291 and 1333. Above 1333 would be TD9 count breakdown resistance at 1375. Now, we get a bottom signal on the daily time frame, folks, where we look for our intraday bottoms. It doesn't have to be all of them. It's nice if it is, but it doesn't have to be. And basically, we start with our 195-minute chart. There's 295-minute bars in a day's trading out there. And what we have out here is we have a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom that actually formed out here. Let me get my cursor. That formed at 12:45 in the afternoon on December the 20th out there. There's a bullish structured profile that price is trading within. And if we can get that nice close above 1227, you ought to make a move up to the 1312. Above 1312, 1399 becomes resistance. You've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom on a 130-minute time frame chart as well. Now here, what you're looking for, we also have that 1227 level. So price close above that, bullish structured profile here as well. You ought to make a move to 1291. So we have 1291, 1312, 1399. These are resistance points, and $14 even Steven. We look at a 65-minute time frame chart. Maybe there was an A to B equals CD pattern on the downside. I'm not going to spend time to take a look at it. We don't need to. 30 minutes got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern. Now here, we are already trading above profile resistance. So if the 1227 level gets taken out, meaning to close above it, this says that the next potential short-term top could be at the 1244 level coming from that 30-minute time frame. So is the question, do we have a bottoming signal on the daily time frame? The answer is yes. Do we have some intraday bottoming signals to go with it? The answer is yes. Now what you're looking for is resistance areas to fall out here on the 15-minute time frame and the 30-minute time frame. Those the first level of resistance areas have failed, so that is a positive. So that's what we see. We take a look at Aspen, ASPN, Aspen Aerogels. The biggest issue right now is its weekly time frame chart. Could be the monthly chart as we get to the end of the month. Just depends on where that closes. So, Brent, thanks for writing in. Always good to hear from you. Dude inside our Tiger's Den has got a few instruments to take a look at. So let's go monitor those. Let's get up to the first one, which is CTM. And CTM is trading nice move today. It's at 80 cents out there. What is it doing? It's had one heck of a month out here. I mean, the biggest month it's had since it's ever traded, since ever started trading. Now, it's going to be month number 2 to the upside. Always says you could see a pause out here, but I don't see a topping pattern on the daily time frame. So if we open up the daily, what do we see out here? We see an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. That says what you'd be watching for here, dude, for a short-term top would be a bullish reversal candle. Well, we have a gap to the upside. That is not a bearish reversal candle. We certainly don't have that as we speak. So no reason for price not to continue to move higher out there. Although this is going to be day number 4 to the upside. Don't have a lot of real dance steps out here worth noting, but I can just share with you that typically, even in bullish markets, when you get to 4 days to the upside, you typically see some type of retracement to the downside. On a weekly time frame, prices trading above resistance levels. That resistance this week was at 59 cents. We're at 79 right now. We'll assume that tomorrow we close above that area. That says that you should continue to move higher inside of CTM. And the monthly chart is beautiful out there. So that's what's going on with Castellium Inc. out there. Dude also wanted to take a look at GSAT. So let's go take a GSAT. Give me a moment here to get that. And GSAT is printing out at $2.10. It's with inside its daily profile. So your support level's at 198. You're trading at 208, right into its green oscillator and change line. Dude, you'd like to see price close above that at day's end. Why? Because that adds to the probability of an additional rally. Now, that additional rally is going to run into some turbulence, so please put your seatbelt on as you get towards the 223, 240 level out there. If, in fact, you can close above the 240 level, well, then you'll likely get back to its most recent highs out there. On a weekly time frame, no topping pattern. I did generate that bearish engulfing candle a few weeks ago. Price is above the top of its profile at 202. That is a bullish signal out there. On a monthly time frame, the resistance that it found was at the top of its profile thus far. That's at 238. So your key resistance at 238 level. Weekly chart says you ought to go tackle that. You're at 209. The daily chart says, hey, Stevie, as long as I can close above that green oscillator and change line, currently printed at $2.08 out there, I also want to move higher, but I'm getting ready for a bit of a battle. Again, that's between 223 and 240. So, dude, I hope that helps you out. Thanks for your other requests. If we need some fillers, we'll most certainly go take a look at those. The next request coming in from GPH, who wants to take a look at the GDX. So let's start off by taking a look at the actual GDX daily, weekly, and monthly out there. So the GDX, with regard, we're looking here to see, do we have a bottom pattern? Well, it turns out, and Steve, you overlooked this morning, but I didn't overlook it twice, is that on Wednesday, what price did was it confirmed a wave number 7. That's the letter G bottom. 7 consecutive waves. The downside out there, that's a 7th inning stretch, as Stevie likes to refer to it, and that's a bottom signal. Now, in the case of the GDX, on Wednesday, it also formed a new bullish structured profile. You're trading with inside that profile, and that is between the range, and so it's the buy zone is really between the range of 34.23 and 34.58. It's likely going to gun if it can close above the center of that profile, 34.58 or 34.60. So it needs a little bit more than that. Then you should at least, or the GDX should at least go target its oscillator and change line at 35.06. I would say it would at least tag the top of its profile as well at 35.28. So if you're asking Stevie, do we have a bottom pattern on the GDX? The answer is yes. What kind of bottom pattern is it? It was a wave number 7 pattern, courtesy of Basil Chapman. If you look at the weekly time frame chart, well, this is where it starts to get a little bit dangerous, perhaps. You got a swing point that was taken out. The swing point was November 15th. 163 million shares was taken out with 109 million shares. So taken out with light volume, that sets up a potential for a Tiger Gartley. But that A to B equals CD pattern, if we take a look at the GDX for its weekly time frame, we can go try to map that out. We'll just simply put in the A to B point, and then you get close to it and move that over towards the C point out here. Just do the quick shift. And that says on the weekly time frame, the GDX could be pulling back towards the $30 area. If you look at the monthly time frame chart, monthly time frame chart has a sell the D point top. That was confirmed with this three-river evening star, this bearish engulfing the candle that formed in November of 2024. December of 2024, we now have a new profile. We got it actually in November. The price is trading below that green oscillator and change line and the center of that profile, 35.46. This says you can easily get back to 32.96. So the daily absolutely has a bottom pattern. The weekly says an A to B equals CD to the downside, all not confirmed with volume, but still is the pattern that is out there. And the monthly says 32.96 looks pretty nice. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 33 points. S&P is just about to go positive. NASDAQ 100 down 10. Russell's up 10. Tranny's up 32. SOX is up by 20 points. We're looking at QUBT. This is for VIC. And QUBT right now trading at 1638, trading above the top of its daily profile, trading above its green oscillator and change line. This is in full breakout mode out there. Now, I say full breakout mode. However, we can see that it had a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. That Rhodes Momentum Indicator top confirmed on the trading day of December the 19th. So really what we have out here is a more neutral, I'd say neutral to bullish, because prices held support. In other words, the top. All a top is supposed to do is take you back to support. If support holds, it was nothing more than just a pull back to support and ready to move higher. That's right now what the daily time frame says, but we still have to lean on the possibility of it being more of a neutral type signal, but not really bearish. If we take a look at the weekly time frame chart, you have a TD9 count top. It's a gigantic one. And in order to take that out, you've got to see a price close above 27.15 out there. What else do I see? Monthly chart is irrelevant to us at this stage. Why? No signals to worry about that we have there. So you got that TD9 count top, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, TD9 count on the weekly, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top on the daily. Now in the daily time frame, it's a close above 27.15. That negates that. That's the same for the weekly time frame chart as well. So I'd say here, you're likely to see a further rally. This had a 2-day move, no, only a 1-day move to the downside. So I'd say you at least get 2 days to the upside, perhaps more than that. So Vic, that was QUBT. That is quantum computing. Hope that helps you out. Mohammed wants to take a look at ticker symbol ICE. So let's get that up on our screen right now. Give me a moment. ICE is trading with inside its daily profile. It's a bullish structured profile. Is that all the signals out here? It's a bullish structured profile. It is. So what do we have out here? Did this form a buy the D point bottom? And the answer is looks to Stevie like it did. So formed a Rhodes Momentum top. It also was a wave number 7 top is what it looks like. But here we're going to go make sure that this went ahead and completed the A to B equals CD pattern. There's A to B. We move this over to the C point, and the answer is no, it did not. It did not get down far enough. Okay, so we don't have a buy the D point bottom here on ICE. What we do have out here, Mohammed, is price consolidating with inside its daily profile. It's between 149.09 and 152.36. That's on the daily time frame. On the weekly time frame, let's see, there's an A to B equals CD pattern on the downside. Was it confirmed with volume? Well, last week we had volume of 21 million shares, which took out a B point with 18 million. So, yes, you have a confirmed A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Now, we drew that in on the daily time frame. We've also got it in on the weekly. So you're looking for a move. Unfortunately, I went ahead and deleted it, I think. But let's go ahead and draw that in here now. There's your A to B. Move this over to the C level out there. And that C point, 1-to-1, gets us back to about the 145, 146 type level. So as price pulls back there, if you got a bullish reversal candle, you would have a weekly Gartley buy pattern. On the monthly time frame chart, you're trading above profile resistance. You are trading above its green oscillator and change line, and you are neutral. Why? Because this formed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top 2 months ago, and your real resistance level here is going to be taken out and closing above that high, which is 167.99. So on the daily time frame, you've got an A to B equals CD pattern on the downside, has not completed, just a bit of a consolidation with inside its daily profile. Weekly's got that same A to B equals CD pattern. What you're looking for, that 146 area is also the top of its monthly profile that formed below price, which has a bullish message. So you could, how does this how does the A to B equals CD pattern get negated out there? Well, the first is closing above the B point high, which is the price level of 161.99. The other way you start to get that signal would be a profile change in trend on a daily time frame, Mohammed. That would require a close above 152.36. You also want to take a look at ticker symbol NSC out here. So let's get those charts up on our screen. And NSC is trading out right now at 179. This is Norfolk Southern. Now, not that I have any kind of bottom pattern. You're back inside its profile. It's slightly bullish in structure. It would say if it's only a counter trend move, then where price finds resistance is the 183 level out there. If you're able to get a close above on QSI, it's QSI that we're looking. Oh, wait a minute. I was trying to do NSC. I got to one of the other ones. Sorry. Did I do NSC already? No, I don't think so. Stevie must have screwed up. It's not the first time today. Let me make sure here. I'm pretty sure. Let me see these charts. Yeah. No, we didn't. Did we take a look at this? Wow. Talk about a total brain fart out there. That would be Stevie. Yeah, no, I don't think we looked at this. So this is Norfolk Southern. So on Norfolk Southern, I don't have a bottoming pattern out there, just really a straight shot to the downsides, no A to B equals CD pattern. We have price trading with inside its profile. Now, if price were able to close above 238.16, Mohammed, for 2 consecutive sessions, you'd have a profile change in trend. But that says you also have, in this case here, resistance at 241.62 or thereabouts. That's the oscillator and change line. We've not been above the oscillator and change line since November the 29th out there. So clearing that and closing above that would be a bullish signal, most certainly. On a weekly time frame, we're trading below profile support out here, so that suggests lower price. The monthly chart is saying that lower price target would be between 202.87 and 209.41 out there. So right now, just a consolidation with inside profile, support down at the 232.04 to 234.08 level, and resistance where you're trading basically right now at 238.16 out there. So that's Norfolk Southern. Glad we got to that. Now we can go to that next request that came in from the dude, and that was for QSI. Nope. Oh, that's because boy, Stevie really did screw up out there, didn't he? Let's put up QSI. That was 2 in a row. No, I just thought I had a symbol somewhere that I didn't. What I try to do to make this thing so we don't have to deal with the charts replicating is you get me those requests early, then I go ahead and set up 6 ahead of time, which is about what I max that I can really get through during a segment. In any case, QSI out here right now has regained its profile at 153. It's traded into that next resistance point at 183 out there, dude. A close above 183 ought to get us to 228. But we're not getting to 228 until we close above 184. And 184 is that weekly TD9 count breakdown resistance. Look at how that is held as resistance. When I say resistance, I'm referring to the week of November 22nd, the week of December 13th, and now this week. So a close above that on a weekly basis, $1.84 is going to be a beautiful thing. Right now, resistance is resistance. If you can't bust them up, sometimes you try to bust them to the downside. The monthly chart out here has a beautiful Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. It's got resistance at $2.63 out there. So right now, what you're watching for is you're watching that 183 level. If you get above that, you'll likely go target that 228 area. You also wanted to look at the ticker symbol RZLV. RZLV has a TD9 count bottom, a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. That was formed in the early part of the late part of November out there. What price is likely going to go do, because we're trading above the top of its profile, the top of the profile is at the $3.13 level, is go target 478. If you look at a weekly time frame chart out here, no reason to suggest that we don't do that. There's not enough data, though. So we don't have profiles for the weekly or the monthly time frame. We'll just use the daily information. And that says RZLV. You ought to go target that $4.78 level. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We come back from this break. We're going to go take a look at AMPG for Dan inside the Tiger's Den. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at the ticker symbol AMPG. This is Amplitech group out here trading right now at 466. This thing has been a rocket ship. So if we're going to draw an A to B equal CD pattern in here, we would use the low from back here in a daily time frame of August 29th. That would be your A point. Your B point would be out here at December the 12th, and your C point would be that retracement down into the green oscillator and change line on December the 20th out there. Now, the 1-to-1 level, we've already exceeded. I'm not going to draw that in on here just because it's what I can share with you is we are trading on the left-hand side of that C to D leg, and we've exploded off of the C point out there. And so what that says, the C point again being this trading day right here on December 20th. So that already told us this should do more than 1-to-1 A to B equals CD pattern, which it's done. 1-to-1 was 442. Its next upside price target area would be 512. That's 1-to-1.272. The 1.618 A to B equals CD is $6 even Steven. The only signal that we have out here of caution is the Rhodes momentum indicator signal. It shows us that we're moving higher with less relative strength out there. That's only a real issue if we get a bearish reversal candle. Until then, price can continue to move higher. We can continue that pattern to the upside for quite some time. The weekly time frame chart looks like it'll close above the level of $2.39. That'll be the first time in quite some time. That was a TD9 count breakdown resistance level. So that suggests that we should move higher on a monthly basis. If we do close the month above 418, you will do the same, which means you will have a TD9 count breakdown resistance level that will have failed. And I would suggest that price is going to go try to target its TD9 count top. That TD9 count top on a monthly basis took place in February of 2021. Volume there was 11 million shares. So this month we have done 403 million shares. Awesome. Okay. So Dan, typically when you close inside that, I know it sounds like you're not in this and you're considering chasing the rally. So odds favor when you close inside a swing point, which is done on a monthly basis, has volume of 12 million shares with volume, you're going to go tackle that high. Now, in order to do that, we're not at that swing point. Sorry. Oh, man, we're done with the show. Hey, folks, tune in tomorrow. Sorry about that. Was not paying attention to the clock out there. Have a terrific Thursday, and I look forward to seeing you on fabulous, fantastic Friday. Take care. Dan, sorry about that.